Once we kicked off, they had to go right back out there again. All those guys were breathing. I just said, hey, it's not me. That's Cordy's fault. But I was really proud of the defense. I thought it was a really balanced spring, but we're definitely excited about the improvement on the defensive side.
I mean, just to echo what Coach Babers said, guys was out there trying to have fun, have a good time. Like you said, it was a little tired, you know, going back on the field at, like, the way the teams were split up. But like I said, it was just a good effort. All spring we've just been getting out there trying to gain confidence and trust in each other, and, you know, today was just a culmination of all that.
Nico?
For Eric and then Zaire, all spring long, you guys are going to use each other's closed over the practice facility. What was it like to give the fans a show here today?
It's always great to be in front of the fans, but you know, those practices that we had this spring, it was very physical, and it was great to, you know, I think that was where the most work was put in. You know, the spring showcase is great, you know, get to be in front of the fans, but all the work was really done, you know, behind those closed doors.
From my perspective, like Eric said, you know, you get better at spring practices. You know, showcases mainly for the fans. But just for today, by far the most fans we had at a spring game, you know, since I've been here, even when I came up as a recruit before I was on campus. And, you know, just the support that we got coming and the momentum we got going into the season, you know, just thankful for everybody that showed up and just showed support today. And it just meant a lot just to come out and just have Orange Nation out here supporting us like that.
Chris and then Tomer.
Dino, last year was year one of a rebuild, and we had to wait for the cake to bake. It's obviously results-oriented business. What do you think are fair expectations for this coming season, and what's a good way to judge progress?
You know, I think you need to look at it about how the young men are doing on the football field. You know, you're going to always judge by W's and L's, no matter what I say. That's how you're going to judge it. But coaches look at things differently. As long as we're progressing and we're moving along, it's not my first rodeo. It's the third time that I've done this. I know what I'm looking for, and I think these guys are moving in the right direction. I think we should all understand what kind of schedule we have. You know, 11 out of 12 opponents were bowl teams. Toughest schedule in the country based off of a second-year rebuild. I mean, that's no joke. You know, that's not, you Google it. Google it. We're not making this stuff up and make it sound good. Now, that being said, we'll line up every Saturday and we'll play. And wherever the chips fall, they'll fall. And we're looking forward to it.
Anquan, what was it like kind of just having that interception and really getting back on the field for the first time after the injury?
It was good being out there today, you know. With my injury, you know, like it was really tough for me and everything like that. So being back in the dome, just having great like plays, you know, great physical stuff like that. So being out there with my team feel really great to be out there now. So.
Eric, I wanted to ask you about working with Aaron Service. I know he just kind of started playing center for you guys this spring. What's it been like seeing him grow at the position and just getting used to working with him snapping?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's a great guy. He's definitely very physical. He's big, so it's nice having him in front of me. And, you know, as the summer goes on, you know, we're just going to get more chemistry on and off the field, especially, you know, Jason Emmerich and I, we had a really good relationship, as well as Colin Byrne and I, so I'm sure Aaron and I will get a good relationship as well moving forward.
Ari, Dina, how would you evaluate some of the newcomers such as Ravian Pierce and Aries Megan? How do you think Pierce is going to fit into the offense?
You know, I think those guys are coming along offensively. I don't like to talk really about people until they have an opportunity to step on the field and play for us the first year, but I think they're still learning, but we're excited about some of the athletic ability they have, but they need to, both of them need to work more on their techniques and their fundamentals so they can help us in a lot of ways.
Time for a couple more questions.
Dino, do you like what you saw today, see today from Rex Culpepper?
Okay, I couldn't hear you because of that jet that went over.
Were you impressed with what you saw from Rex Culpepper?
You know, I thought he has a very strong arm. He's really come along. I think last year with the knee, you know, you really couldn't figure out what was going on with him until he got a year after that surgery. But I like his progress. I think he's doing some good things out there. Big, strong, physical guy.
We saw Herb in his foot in the boot today. How's he doing? Any kind of long-term concern?
No, I don't think so. He's gonna be okay. You know, he had a very physical Thursday practice. Got dinged up a little bit. We didn't want to put him back out there. He's got some swelling in the foot. When it goes down, we'll be able to, you know, take pictures and stuff. But I think he'll be fine.
Nate?
The secondary, Scoop and Evan, are two second-year players who looks like moved ahead of some older guys. What did they show you this spring?
Scoop's been making a lot of plays. Evan's a big physical guy. I think you've been watching the Hawaii Pride period and things like that. You've seen some of the things they can do. You know, some of the backs in the ACC there's some big cats, and we need to make sure we've got as many physical people out there as we can. I don't necessarily believe they've moved by the other guys. I think they're in a position to challenge for those positions. Now, based off of what's going on in the spring and what happens in the fall, then we'll see where the dust settles and who lines up number one.
Time for 2 more questions. Chris? Either Zaire or Antoine. How would you kind of assess where the team was at, kind of how the team felt about things coming out of last spring versus coming out of this spring?
Just way more comfortable. You know, it's been said many times before, but when you got coaches just come in and, you know, they don't know you, you don't really know them, the first year or so is really just about building trust and trying to gain that relationship, and also just understanding, you know, your responsibilities and the new roles on the team. Now you come in, you know, everyone's comfortable, you know, with not only Coach Babers, Coach Ward, Coach Lewis, and all those guys, and it's just all about, you know, building together that trust and keep getting a better understanding of the offense and the defense. And I think just as a team and as a defense, I think we just way more comfortable and just have a lot more trust.
Final question. Steven.
You guys signed Josh Allen, JUCO defensive end, last week. It was the first time we were able to ask you about him. Two-parter, what do you think he brings on the field? And I know he's had some eligibility issues. How confident are you that he'll be here this summer?
Am I even allowed to talk about it?
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I cleared with him.
Oh, well, I want to make sure, too. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, anytime we sign any kind of junior college player, what we're looking for is somebody that can contribute on the football field and they can provide us some depth, you know. From an academic situation, you know, I don't think it's going to be an issue because we normally check those things out. Now, he's got to do his part. But if he does the things that he needs to do on his campus, then he should already be ready to go coming in here.